C6 Z, nice satin white rat. That looks good. It's a combo I would do. It's got headers, air ram, Corsa.
Cam.
Oh, it's got a cam and stuff?
Have you heard this thing run?
No, not really. Oh.
Manual MSD.
Yeah, Steve, do you have any idea what's going on in there?
I don't. Apparently, I don't.
Where have you been all week?
I don't know.
Ammo valve cover. Dude. Cam.
See, Matt knows.
Matt's running the show now, apparently. Whose head's cam? Alright, 550.
Yeah, probably right. You got a big tire on it.
Yeah, but those wheels are light.
Big tire.
550, I'm staying with it.
525.
5 what?
525.
25? Alright.
Why so
Oh,
low?
because you took my guess, so I'm not going to bet 551 like a dickhead.
Alright, that's fine, so you're gonna go low. I'm gonna get these leaves out of here. This bothers me.
This bothers me.
I don't want to work with you anymore.
Okay. Why are you so salty? I don't understand.
I took my 550 guess like I wanted to. So technically,
I didn't know where you were guessing.
I'm the winner for being a good sport.
Oh my god. Alright, yeah, whatever you say. You get a participation award. Good job. So next up on the baselines, 2014 Camaro SS. It has the loudest exhaust system I have ever heard. It literally, it sounds like no mufflers because it doesn't. So it's got hooker. Basically just muffler deletes. Headers, no cats, no mufflers. It's ridiculously loud. So LS3, intake headers.
415.
Okay, I'll let you guess first because you got mad last time.
You stole my guess! You stole my guess!
You are ridiculous.
That was you! That was you 10 minutes ago. I'm going
I guess I just do everything like I always do everything.
389. I'm going low.
You are going low.
Well,
Okay, see where
that's surprising. Well, I guess you finally win one.
I don't feel good about it.
You were about 30 off.
Yeah, I don't feel good about it. But I'll take it.
Wow, that's a lot higher than we usually do.
I'm straight playing.
Jesus. How's it coming, buddy?
It's coming.
Fast fuel rails on there. Oh, that's right. So you ended up going with black.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks good. Dr. Eric over here.
Yeah, just gotta make sure sometimes these gaskets don't sit correctly. It's as low as it's gonna go, so I guess that's it.
So, Bill, what are we doing on this thing?
Cam package.
Okay.
That's all.
That would have been a win.
So we got bolt-ons. Me and Matt discovered Texas speed headers. The big brake kit intake. And so see, it's a,
And no mufflers whatsoever.
I don't know. Does it have a
No.
hooker kit on it?
It has a hooker with no muffler. It's the straight through design.
Ow. Okay.
It put down an impressive baseline. I mean, I was
Yeah.
shocked.
Well, it's a 14 or 15.
14
So it's got no power steering, so it's less, you know,
things.
things
Yeah,
to
less
Things.
spinny things on the front.
spinny things,
Spinny
all that
things.
spinny stuff.
Yeah. Still, that's like 30 more than
Still won't make 500.
the usual.
You know, put that in there. Matt thinks it might make 500. It didn't make it 500.
Well, I said on the when we baselined it, I was like, our usual cam will pick up like 60. So if this thing picks up 60, that's insane.
What's going to make 500?
Did you see what it baselined?
No.
450.
What's done to it?
Headers and an intake. Yeah.
That's a little high.
Right.
Based on it.
We were both shot. I guessed 390 and he guessed like 415, and then we
Nah, 415 is probably about where I think it would have went.
425.
Yeah, but 440, 450?
That's a little high.
Right.
It's that big brake kit intake he's got on there. See that?
I hate you all.
Steve, why don't you tell the folks about your big brake kit intake?
Oh my god. Oh my god. So on all of the forums, anytime anybody refers to BBK, it's usually a big brake kit. Like, hey, I just finished my BBK or whatever. and
Yeah.
people put big brake kit.
BMW guys, maybe.
Whatever, because we don't use BBK parts.
Well,
So
neither do we.
So I at the time had never heard of BBK, the company. So when friends, why would
Dude, BBK has been around for a long time.
I had never.
They did. They were like the Mustang people back in the day, like BBK, like the little mid-lengths and all that they had for the Fox bodies. And
So I had never heard of them.
yeah.
Coming from the European world, I had never heard that BBK was an actual car, like,
Did you know
company.
he was from Europe?
Yeah, I knew he was from Europe.
European
I didn't know that.
cars.
Oh.
Jackass. Coming from the European car crowd, I'd never heard of that. So when I said BBK the one time, they're like, yeah, we don't use their parts. And I'm like, what? I'm talking about big brake kit.
I don't remember how you said it, but I'm like, what the f are you talking about, dude?
I think he's thinking about BBC.
No.
I'm always thinking about BBC, but
Brandywine Brewing Company?
yeah,
The British Broadcasting Company?
yeah, that.
Oh, okay. Not the other one.
Top Gear.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're the worst freaking restaurant in Greenville.
Yeah.
That place blows.
I don't remember what we did. So
That's a good way to start.
I know we did a blower.
Cam, blower, already had, no, it didn't have headers, so we did headers. It had a K&N and Magnaflows.
So
ditched
probably baseline low.
395.
Not bad.
0.2. I remember because I was pissed off because I guessed 390 and Matt guessed 400. And the 0.2 made all the
Made
difference.
rounded up. That's actually funny.
It's not funny.
So we did a Cam Whipple header.
Yep.
Depending on boost, close to 200?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah. No math.
180 probably. Yeah, no math, but 180 probably.
Yeah.
I don't know what it made so far. I didn't even look, actually.
I think you're over
Oh, 641.
220.
So 240.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what I was gonna say,
It didn't
you're
feel
almost
like it was
double.
making that much power.
I was gonna say you're almost double.
It didn't feel like it was making that much power. I didn't make a full pull yet.
No.
That was, oh yeah, that was the 6200.
9.6 pounds, so a good amount of boost.
Yeah, I only have 13 degrees of timing in it right now. Let's do a little.
Air feels good.
I made it good.
You get this thing 95, add 300 horsepower.
How much more do I need to make? 10 more?
9 more horsepower.
Hold, please.
Boost loading.
No boost.
It doesn't boost.
Timing, yeah, but timing is currently loading.
Alright, fine. Yeah. Dude, this is gonna feel like a whole new car.
It'll make 712 right now.
702.
Okay. You don't know what I did. I added 27 degrees of
No,
timing.
you didn't. I know you would not do that on an on a boosted setup.
I added 27 over what was already there.
No, you didn't.
And there's 14 in it, so it's got about 40 in it right now.
Stop. People are gonna think you're serious. The internet will be like,
I'll
do you
tell
see
them
the
to start tuning
Fran
themselves.
put 40 degrees of timing in an LS3?
Yo,
Super
made 700 NA.
I can't believe him. What a terrible tuner.
712, my guess.
702. Going 10 less. Especially because you just made 3 back-to-back pulls, and it's a roots blower, so it's probably
Yeah.
warm.
We got up to 125 AITs at the end. They started at 102.
That's not horrible.
Nah. Why did that hit the limiter there?
Well,
Hit
needless
the
to
limiter
say,
at
you've
6,500
added
for some reason.
301 horsepowers. Well, we as a collective.
There you go, Steve. You're learning.
Matthew, the blower, the headers, the cam, the tuner. Well,
D.
I guess Eric didn't really do anything,
All of the above.
and I documented it.
You
so-
might have. You might have
No,
done
I don't think
something.
he did. He wasn't even around for the baseline.
Let him be. Like, I don't know why this thing hit a fucking rev limiter at 6,500. It hit a speed limiter at 155. That's
I was gonna
why.
say, I heard it go,
yeah, that's why it didn't make the power I suggested.
Yeah, it still wasn't in there.
Yes, it was. You want to bet? We're not going to do a fourth back-to-back, but we're going to let it cool and then do a full.
Well then, yes, then it will make 712. Not bad though.
We will let it cool for about 20, and then we will regather as a group.
Or just a collective.
No, because they're with us, Steve.
Oh.
You have to include the people. We the people. I'm a philosopher.
You might offend some people.
That aren't people?
No, because we the people, the whole.
It's alright. It says it on the dollar.
I know, and it's also said in God we trust, but that
It does.
apparently offends some people too.
Just think of me as God.
No, God, no.
God no?
No.
God no?
God, no.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
Eric's pretty much wrapped up this thing. You want to do a
Yep.
quick recap of what you've done?
A&A kit. Well, first of all, first things first. We sent the engine out, upgraded the pistons, our heads cam package, put the engine back in, did the A&A kit on it, meth fuel system, E85, clutch, catch can, and gauges.
Okay.
Man, it's been quite the project, but it should make some power. I'm excited to see what it does.
Yeah. No, it looks good. Turned out nice.
Yeah, it turned out nice.
I guess we'll give it a little wash after you're done. What's your next project?
Also did valve covers on it.
That's right. I was gonna say, obviously.
My next project is valve covers and an MSD intake on the white C6.
Okay. White C6 we just based on that has heads cam already.
Yep.
Well, that won't take that long.
And the fast manifold as well.
Of course.
There's so many goodies to this car. You just can't name them all.
So many goodies. All right, good job. Yes, he did say goodies. I'll let him go on that one. Matt says tight, so yeah. How's it coming, Matthew?
Good. Wrapping up last cylinder here on valve springs, and
So obviously you already have the cam done.
yep, cam's done. So I just got this, throw the BTR push rods in. That's it. New spark plugs. Should be running in about, I don't know, 30-40 minutes.
I'm really interested to see what this thing ends up doing because of the high baseline.
I am too.
Our cams usually pick up around 50 or so, so if that's the case, then
Yeah,
it
and
should
these
make
things usually
500.
baseline like
20 less than that.
420-ish.
Yeah,
And they usually end up making 475, 480.
right.
So pick up 60.
But if
I
we
don't-
go by that math,
Maybe. I mean, I don't know if, the electric power steering cars have that much big of a difference.
but we've done a lot of them before. We've never had that high of a baseline.
I
before.
didn't done too many. 15. Goes to the 15. It is a little all though.
Yeah. L99 different. ZR1 is back in some video.
So you finally have an update for you.
Yeah, last time we saw Eric put the cam and the lower on to like 14% lower.
10.
10, sorry.
Kong ported blower and stuff was on there before. It's got a 285 pulley on there now. Makes like 21 pounds right now.
We also added the quartz 5-inch intake.
Yes, we did. I forgot. We did a quartz 5-inch intake.
We didn't really do an update for that because
No.
it's just putting an intake on.
Yeah. If you need an update for that,
There it is.
I'm sure there's one on Quartz, a YouTube channel.
Yeah. Check them out. Obviously our fuel system, math system, we already did that before. We're still running full E85 because you cannot run flex fuel on these yet.
Yep, just pump E85.
I believe Dave is working on that, but
Yeah, it's going to be a minute before flex fuel's out, that's for sure.
yeah. So far making some pretty good power, especially on the 2.8.
Yep, with 21 PSIs.
We still have 2 other pulleys we can step down.
I'm not going to say anything yet. Next dyno pull, I think, should be a good one.
Yeah. That was already pretty killer.
That wasn't bad. Hoping this one will make over 1,000.
See, now you jinxed it by saying something like that.
Nothing. I have control.
That's like when I'm on a road trip and I'm like, I haven't seen any cops. And the next thing I know, I'm getting lit up.
Pulled over in Virginia and like a felony for 2 mile an hour over the speed limit.
Over 80, yeah, exactly. That's why I don't say that sort of stuff anymore.
It's like when people are going to the racetrack and they're like, hopefully you don't crash. Good, good. Thanks for saying that.
It's not like acting or break a leg is like good luck.
Yeah.
It's not good luck.
Yeah, there's things that you just don't say.
Yeah.
They may be thought, but they don't get said.
So close. So close.
All right. Yes. We had the 285 pulley on there yesterday. They made like 991 or something. And then we put a 265 pulley on here just now. And it makes like 4 more pounds of boost, but it ran out of fuel. So the meth jets that we had in there were fairly small. So we're putting bigger meth jets in now. And then we'll see. Because duty cycle is at like a little different on direct injected stuff. It's 44%, which on the direct injected stuff, like 40% is like max. So
we're on pretty much fully 85. So that's
it's on straight pump E85, yeah.
Another reason it's running out faster.
Yes.
If we were on pump, it wouldn't even be close to that.
No. It also wouldn't make anywhere near the power. I wouldn't put this setup on pump gas, that's for sure.
No.
Race gas, yeah, but not pump gas. Not even with the meth.
Especially the amount of boost.
Yeah, this is a fairly aggressive setup.
He wants to go fast.
He does want to go fast. So I'd like to make, I don't know, 1050 or so. I'd be happy with that. But we'll see.
How many pounds of boost are we on now?
25.
Okay. We're
20, yeah, we're like little over, like 21.2 or something with the other pulley.
Which is not unheard of. I mean, you're running 21, 22 on your LS9. These things are...
Yeah, way bigger blower.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not unheard of. My blower, if it would make that much boost, I'd make it make that much boost, but it won't. This one will, which is the good thing about it. And they still stay cool too. I mean, these blowers are pretty good. Doesn't seem like to affect, like back-to-back pulls on this thing, doesn't seem to affect horsepower nearly as much as like an LSA or LS9 or something like that. You do 3 back-to-back pulls on that thing, it'll drop 30, 40 horsepower. This thing, I do 3 back-to-back pulls, it's like exactly the same, you know, which is good. Which means it's efficient. The bricks in the blower are huge.
Oh, yeah.
And there's no ice tank or anything in this thing either.
Oh, that's true. I didn't even think about that.
It's all factory stuff right now.
It's badass.
I mean, we'll eventually do an ice tank and stuff in it, but he's got plans for this thing that we won't mention right now, but...
Yeah. I was going to ask. I know where we're going, but I'll
yeah, we're not going to... Yeah.
And to recap, we're still on stock heads. We haven't touched...
Literally did a
end.
cam and ported blower is basically all that's done to the engine.
Yeah.
Along with, you know... Supporting mods, upper and lower pulley, 10% lower, and a 265 upper now, Concord blower, Cord's 5-inch intake, 112 millimeter Nick Williams throttle body. ID 1050Xs and the port injection, full pump E85, 2-inch American Racing headers, our fuel system, our cam kit.
Yep.
I think that's it.
Yep.
This tire also isn't helping power either, because
No.
it's got an ET Street R on it.
And I think most of it's been shredding over there.
Yes, well they're like 18 pounds, so they're fairly low on air. Actually, I think they're at 16 pounds, but I'm gonna have them put some air in it.
Hell yeah!
Doing all right.
That's pretty killer.
It is for some normal fuel.
That's badass.
Yeah. Terry wants to try some like Ignite Red or whatever, like the Ignite 114 or whatever, and we'll see. I told him we'll see how it runs on this. And
This is way more cost effective.
yeah, he don't care about that, but
Just saying.
if it'll get him 20 more horsepower and $1,000 a drum, he'll put whatever. Yeah, he don't care. Yeah, put whatever fuel in it he wants. It's not like he's going to be driving it, you know,
True.
200,000 miles or anything.
That's still pretty killer though.
Yeah, I'm going to make another pull.
I know you want a 1050, so
I did. We'll see if it'll get there.
I think what's most impressive about it is, I mean, the torque is right there with it.
The torque is pretty insane. That's a lot of torque. This blower is a bad dude. I mean,
And keep in mind, this is also through an auto. A lot of these cars,
yeah.
manuals. I mean, through a manual, this thing would probably be close to 1100.
Oh, easily. Yeah.
That's badass.
Yeah, I will just have to see what it runs now.
Sounds good.
So I have decided on the name for my race car. I was stuck between one of my own, which was Birth Control, and this one. So Birth Control, obviously, because I want to have kids, but now I don't want to have kids because I have a race car. So it's kind of funny. But the person who won is because I picked him because a lot of people are going to be real smart asses because I am a female and I need to get back in the kitchen. So the name of my race car is Kitchen. So that when people tell me to go back in the kitchen, I technically go in my race car and whoop their ass. The guy's name is R-Dub Falco. So we will be reach out to us and let us know what size t-shirt you wear. And that's going to be the new name of the race car. So it's pretty exciting. Smurfette, Grandma, Blue Streak, and Blue Balls were all mentioned probably about 300 times each. It's not very original. So, I mean, I guess the kitchen... Only one person mentioned the kitchen, and I wanted something that was very different, and R-Dub Falco kind of got the hint, and he picked that one. So I really like that, so that's the one that I am going to go with. You guys can call it whatever you want, except Grandpa. Seriously, come up with something else. I don't care. The car is going to say kitchen on it. Make it be whatever you want. Have fun with it. I don't care. It's just, I have the car to have fun, and I hope that you guys have fun with me.
So there it is, everybody. There's the new name for KP's race car. I approve. I think it was definitely the best one.